I heard them in Jamaica. I heard now I'm hearing them in United States. It's the cicadas, folks, and this is not the year for it, but we have an amount that is out. Listen to the sound. He's ramping up, he or she, because he's trying to find a mate. High pitched sound. Stop just short. Well, this is Shippy the Explorer. This good morning, folks. Good. How are you? And good afternoon, good night, depends on where you are. Just coming to you with another tape from College Park, and so far we have. It's a bright, beautiful day, and I just want to bring you greetings and say and ask you how are you, and wish you well that you are doing all right. And if you're not, we encourage you to get up and go as much as possible, or take care of the problem, because Shippy the Explorer is on the verge of getting things done in terms of an operation. And just called the doctor this morning. It is scheduled, but tentatively scheduled. It depends on certain paperwork. So if you have other pressing things that you are mindful of, I encourage you to just take care of them as much as possible. And though sometimes it's a depressing moment comes over in when you are sitting at home or traveling or in the market, and you are facing the difficulties of life. But I'm here to say, well, there's no other life that you have to take care of. It's just you, and we just have to be mindful of the solutions that we can just go ahead and see what we can do. But depression is a serious thing. I'm not taking it lightly, because some people think you can just pray about it totally. Yes, prayer helps, and consultation helps, and talking to your friends and all that do help. But I'm telling you, but we have in the background, you have to be mindful that depression is a chemical, a medical issue, and it has an enzyme or something like that that goes into the operation of the body and in the brain, and it's affect your body with these enzymes or whatever is created from the stress and strain of life. So sometimes you just have to get medical assistance for it. But Shippy the Explorer is saying, well, I can only, bright beautiful day like this in College Park, I can only share this with you and say that right now it's beautiful. It's not too cold. It was cool this morning, so that's why I have on my jacket, and you can see I don't have my walking stick this morning because I'm taping, and I realized that anytime I do the video with the walking stick, it's shaking. So I too have reached a stage where we have to be mindful of all the physical and mental problems we face as we get into age. Well, waiting on the some workers to come, and I'll do that tape as a separate tape today. But in the meantime, I'm taking you around and talking about life and bringing up the date with certain things, and just certain things that's happening in the world. But it's mainly greetings. Well, I'd say greetings to all the Jamaicans who are facing elections today, I said get some breadfruit and dumpling and drink some chocolate milk, chocolate tea and or cocoa tea or coffee, and go out and vote, and may the best party win. We have the two predominant parties, the JLP, Jamaica Labour Party, and the PNP, People's National Party, and they are rivaling each other today. And encourage all the people to take this election seriously, but not too seriously where you're going to revert back to the fighting and the killing and all sort of things. You can argue out your messages from back and forth in the streets and in the corner stores and in the bars, but you don't want to be damaging and aggravating each other to the point where you are hurting each other. And in the old days, some people do get killed, but I say take this opportunity to vote your conscience and vote for those who you think will do the best thing for you in the future. And if you see progress and if you want to lean that way, then so be it. But I'm being neutral. I'm just trying to encourage you to get up and go vote or enjoy the process. And so in the rest of the world, we have other atrocities in Afghanistan and all that, and also in Gaza. And our hearts go out to the young, especially the young who are facing these atrocities. And we pray that one day all this will come to an end. But the Bible says there are the wars and rumors of war, and seem like it's something that will never stop. Never stop, I'm telling you. So it's just today we're talking about all these things. And while we have atrocities here and we have fire in other parts of the world, especially in California and all that, then you have floods and all that in Texas, and then you have the freezing and in the northern parts of the world, and in the southern parts of the world. What's happening? What's going on down in the south, folks? I know in Australia and all that you are having such wonderful weather now. It's it's fall. You are in the opposite. You might be having summer. You're probably in winter now, in the winter period, folks, but it's not going to be too cold. So I say also thanks for all the persons who have been subscribing to the station, and we are building up our station gradually, folks, because I think you realize that Chippy the Explorer is bringing some good information, and it's some of it is informative and exciting, and but I stay away from the gossip too much. Not too much gossip on this station. So we are here to give you thanks and encouragement and praise, and say that life is worth living on for the most part. And well, we understand that there are difficulties. So as we go through today, we'll continue to bring you highlights of what's happening, and we'll stay tuned for more of today's activities. But in the meantime, I'm telling you that it's progress here. We have brought back the van, and now we are back in shape. Shippy Explorer, we have brought back the van, and the car is back in the garage, and now we are able to run around, and it's possible that if we have emergency, we can get out and get business done. And so that's how life is. With some of the tapes that you have seen, they can encourage you to make comments and send me, make as much comments as you find. If you find that there's something controversial, folks, I'd love to hear from you. And if you're seeing this for the first time, well, and you like what you're seeing, I encourage you to subscribe to Shippy the Explorer, because we are on the move of bringing you good, reasonable, and important content about life. So stay tuned for more of today's activities. We'll see what else is going on in this part of the world. Well, as we walk through the garden, we're going to show you that what we're getting into the season of fall, and Monday was the last day of summer, and now we're in fall. And for those of you who don't know what is fall, it's when all the leaves from the deciduous trees fall off, the leaves turn brown. That one you see there is a lightning. The lightning struck that tree, and that's a oak tree, and now it's going to rot to the core. But let's see if we can find some plants that if you can see where it's up there, it's getting brown, and all those leaves from the deciduous, as I said, from the deciduous plants will fall off, because we're in the midst of fall. Fall is on top of us, folks, and in a month or so, in 2 months, you would think all these trees are dead, except the evergreens. So the Japanese cryptomania is doing well and looking good. And this is another maybe fir or birch, I'm not sure. But that's the season is on top of us. And then you see I've started to wear my coat already, or a little light jacket, and so the seasons are changing for us. In the meantime, some of the plants are still hanging on and producing nectar for the bird, for the insects, especially the bees, and not necessarily honeybee, because I'm going to show you one of these bees. It's a massive thing, and it's different from the honeybee. I'm not even sure if they produce any honey, but here she is. He or she, well, it's a worker. It's only working bees go out and collect nectar, working like crazy. And working to support the colony. So, if human beings, if we were working and cooperating like honeybees or other types of bee, then this world would be a better place to be. Be like a bee. And because we will be collectively working, especially the workers, we worked and in support of the colony, and for those who are drones, and once in a while, you know, you get kicked out of the colony, folks, because if the food supply is not good enough or not enough for the whole group, then you're going to be kicked out sooner or later. And because Mother Bee, the queen, is laying her eggs, and the babies need food. So this world should really be like a beehive. So we're just showing you the last beginning process of fall, and so stay tuned for more of this video, and as we talk about everything as possible in life. See you soon. Well, here's a good example of the changes of fall. This tree is changing rapidly, and almost in a week or so, all those leaves that are brown will probably fall off. So that's a good example of what falls look like. And we're going into our own little forest here and see if we can show you, bring the colors of the fall leaves closer and vibrant. Look, here we are. And you can see sooner or later this stem is yellow, and if you touch it, it's gonna fall. There you go. And that's what they call fall. But the scientific, real scientific term is autumn. Autumn is, but because the leaves are falling, as we said, we just call it fall in this country for sure. But there you are. And then as you look on the ground, you see the brown color with a deeper brown, and that's last year's or 20 years of fall leaves. And we just leave them in the forest because the forest is just, that's a natural thing. So we just leave them as is, and they decompose and keep the moisture around the. I'll take out some trash here to keep the ground cool. So it allows the trees to maintain a certain amount of moisture so that it doesn't dry out. But as you can see, some of the trees are under stress because we haven't been having rain for a while. The only thing that grows sometime is fungus. Look at that. Beautiful. You look at this film and say, oh, why this man doesn't clean up his place? But that's it. It's we're in the forest, and what I do, I pick up the sticks. I don't really necessarily pick up anything else. I pick up the sticks to keep them out the way, and where they can decompose at one special area. So I can even see the strawberry field is really struggling. So it has been very dry in this part of the world, folks. At the same time, it has been raining and flooding in other parts. See me shaking my head because mosquito in Jamaica, mosquito in America, mosquito in Canada. You don't believe mosquito is in Canada, folks. You take a trip up to Canada, you see that they're there too. Well, I don't want to put this on my head. Let's put a cap on. So as we approach the fig tree, I should tell my wife, call her and tell her to bring the pan and thing, because we have figs to pick. Let's call and say there are figs to pick. Hello? Hi. Bring a pan, figs to pick. Man, my bring a stick too. Never know. Look at them. No, the animals haven't come here for a couple of nights, so they forget this place. Yeah. Bring the stick on the pan. Yeah. So the animals seems to have forgotten the fig tree, and so because they have gotten their belly full, and so we still having figs available. Look at that, folks. Middle Eastern figs, as I told you, and well, they came last night, but I guess it's too much for them. So, but we can still get some. Look at that. It has been a wonderful crop, folks. Wonderful. So I've never seen this beer this much in years. The first time. On this side for the first time. No, you pick where you can, but I'm gonna come around here. I'm just gonna go on the far side for the first time this season, and the place is grown up, and because Shippy the Explorer is having problems with his legs, he cannot get around the garden as they came last night, but they only ate up in the top. But when I look, I was surprised to see how the figs have ripened up this last batch. Look at all that. Pull it down. Let me bring it down for you. They're lovely.
If my girl was close by, we could carry some for her.
Oh.
Mommy,
Oh. She's not far from here. One was right. Oh, you got it. So let's go into the back bushes and see. Man, they have roads around here. My golly. Eh? Whew. There we go. Wow. Well, as we pick, we'll just, it's a repeated action, so we'll just turn off the video for a little while and get the figs. How exciting it is. Look at the bite mark of the animal. Whether raccoon or possum or thing, it's a big mark. And so, you don't want to pick those, you stay away from those. Here we go. Timely back into civilization. Later on in the fall, folks, as the fall gets, the place get drier and drier. Then, huh? The branch?
Carry the branch that's torn off.
Yeah. Got cut off piece off of it. You think you don't want to wait till I come? Yeah. See if I can pull anything down. Taking my time, because remember, not as well as I should be. So, walking with 2 sticks. But, oops, wow. Going for the last picking. Well, not the last, but last for today. See if we can see any more. And as you pick and see and leave, you see the ones that are ripe. You want to hold it? Oh, your mosquito's gonna get you. Look at, show what we get already. Look here. Right here.
Basin of fig, guys. More figs.
Look. I'm telling you, a blessed tree.
Oh, yes, up to your left.
To my left?
Up to your,
Oh.
3.
Where? That one top.
The other one beside it.
To the right. Oh, this one eat now. Okay. This machine needs adjusting. Alright. Look at that. The more you pick, the more you see. Look at that. Look at that. I think that's it. Oh, did one came here and they got a good bite there. Okay. Well, that's the morning of activities. Yes. So what we're gonna do is clip a piece of that out of that plant and put it in water in the sun, and hopefully somebody will get a plant from this lovely tree. We're gonna try that and see what we get. So as we come to a morning of activities, this is Shippy the Explorer saying it's a great pleasure to have you with us, and it's a tape to just have you relax and being entertained. I imagine you had a cup of tea or chocolate or cocoa or Milo in front of you, and you just relaxed and watch Shippy the Explorer taking you through a life experience. Simple but relaxing. And even if you fall asleep and you wake up and you say that, man, I fell asleep during this video, that's also good, because I didn't keep you awake and disturbed. You fell asleep in the calmness of Shippy the Explorer. See you, folks. This is hibiscus, the Sharon. And I was telling my sister that it has mutated. And let's go for the one that's mutated into from that rosy pink or whatever it is, or purple, and let's see if we can find a mutated version, because these things do happen and people may not think it occur. So from that tree it has changed into a white. From the mother to the kids, it's purple to white. Believe it or not, it occurs. Well, I've gotten the water bottle, and so I've gotten the also my clipping tools, and I'm gonna clip. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna try and clip just a section of the plant, and I understand that it's probably best to take off the leaves so they don't pull too much energy. And I'm gonna immerse this plant in the bottle and see what happens. Maybe I should do two. Let's do two. Let's get another vibrant limb. Maybe I should do one with the fruit on it. Look at that. Ah, no, you don't know where. Call her. Call her and tell her you have some. Don't give her all of it. We're gonna give her some, right? That's coming just for us, a dozen or so. What would happen if you leave a fig on the tree? Well, this one is a little bit big, so it's not going in. Here we go. There you are. One even bearing. So we'll say this is the fall of 2025 and we'll see how this thrives. See you